Hey there, Virgo. How you doing this evening? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be for Monday, June 30th, through Thursday, July 3rd. That's the whole deal. I'll be back on Wednesday with bonus readings to get you through your weekend. And that's it. Okay, we're going to just see what Spirit wants to talk about. That's what we're going to do. This one's going to be for my Virgos. Alrighty. Let's see what we get. We've got Virgo. Virgo. Okay, here we go. We're starting this one out with the Wheel of Fortune. All right, followed by the Five of Cups. And then I have the Queen of Wands. All right, this is your backstory or your recent past. Currently, I have you at Judgment, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Tower. In the near future, we are looking at the Six of Wands, the Three of Wands, and Temperance. All right, bottom of the deck for this reading is actually the Four of Swords. Oh, excuse me. This would say that the undercurrent to this entire reading has to do with you needing a minute to try to rest, recover, and try to get your bearings. You know, it would feel as though there's been some sudden changes in your life or things that you haven't quite had a chance to adjust to yet. And so you need a minute to get it all back together. You know what I'm saying? Things have... yeah, it feels like sudden changes. That's what it feels like. Some of them expected, some of them unexpected, but still it's got you a little bit rattled. So you just need a minute to get yourself put back together, that's all. Okay, so that's the undercurrent. The card at the center of your read is the Nine of Pentacles. This has to do with you stepping into or taking back your power. So it's like you're currently trying to adjust to a new sense of independence that you found. Whatever that might mean to you. Maybe you worked for a company, now you're out on your own. Maybe you were in a relationship, now you're not. Whatever it is, there is a new sense of freedom and independence that is part of what you're having to adjust to. It's just different, very different, okay? In whatever capacity that is for you, this is what it's saying. Okay, so let's see how they both play in. We'll start with the recent past, where I have the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, I don't think this is how you're presenting. So this is an attitude. And the attitude with the Queen of Wands is you see what you want and you go get it. Period. You don't really care a ton what other people think of what you're doing. You just want what you want and you're going to have it. That's how this is. It's kind of it's definitely a self-serving attitude, but it you know, it depends how extreme you get with it. But it is definitely somebody who sees what they want and they go after it, they get it. Okay? This was the recent past. You had this sort of an attitude. With the Five of Cups, it's possible that having that attitude somehow led to you feeling this sense of loss and regret. So sometimes when you're in the Queen of Wands or you're exhibiting that attitude, you can go after things without really thinking it through or not thinking about how it's going to affect other people, type of stuff like that. So sometimes you get like that, then you end up doing things that maybe hurt somebody you care about, I don't know, or hurts the way other people are viewing you or hurts the way that you're being viewed at work. I don't know what it was for you, but whatever it was, it led to a sense of loss and regret in the recent past. With the Wheel of Fortune here, I feel as though all of this happening was part of a bigger lesson or it's part of a bigger plan. You know, this was a lesson that needed to be learned and so you could advance forward or something with the Wheel of Fortune here. Meaning, although it probably felt like hell and it didn't feel like something you wanted to go through, in the end, it taught you the lesson you needed to push you forward to the next part of your life or something like that. Okay, that's what I got on that. So that's your past. We can't change it if we want to. It's already happened, so then we'll just deal with it and go forward. Now where are we at? So now we're in the current. We have Judgment, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Tower. Judgment is judgment. Whether it's judgment that you're calling on somebody else or it's being called on you, I'm not sure of yet, but let's see. Nine of Pentacles is you stepping into that independence I told you about. And the Tower is something that you felt was being built on a sturdy foundation or something you felt you could definitely count on. You discovering that it was not or it is not, and it's starting to fall down, right? The foundation is not what you thought it was, and so it is somewhat crumbling. I feel the judgment is going both ways in a situation. Meaning I feel that somebody is calling judgment on you over something, but in turn you are then calling into question their loyalty or their motives. And so you're then calling judgment on them. It's like it's a two-sided deal, okay? And that's what's causing this tower to fall. And it is furthermore pushing you into this sense of independence, maybe more so than you wanted. Meaning for some of you, this was not a job you wanted to let go of or a relationship you wanted out of necessarily. But it's pushing you further into this sense of independence because the foundation for something that you thought you had was not there and it's falling apart. Okay, let's go towards the near future then. Okay, near future. I've got 6 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and Temperance. What this is telling me is that in time, with patience, this is all going to come together better than the way it was before it fell apart, okay? Is how I see it. Meaning your life is going to be better than what it was before everything fell apart. With the 6 of Wands, there's definitely a sense of public recognition and victory at hand here in the near future. You're getting recognized for whatever this is, the hard work you put in or for the talents that you have honed or something. There's a great deal of public recognition coming towards you. With the 3 of Wands, you're very forward focused here in the near future. I mean, you can't change the past. So once you realize that, you have to become forward focused, right? With Temperance, this is telling you to be patient, not only with others that are around you, but with yourself. Because this is all just, this life is, it doesn't come with a guidebook, right? This is kind of, you're kind of on a learning curve here, and you've got to take things as they come, is how I see that. Okay, what do we have behind the 4 of Swords? I've got the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. This is about you trying to find a balance. So you're resting and recovering right now from an inability to master a balance that needs to be had here, okay? And that is the balance that you get as the Emperor. It's the balance between the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is somebody in boss energy. They're very abundant. They're very good in business. They're very, very stable, very secure. But sometimes they lack the emotion that's necessary. King of Cups is emotional chaos half the time. But I mean, they have a real control over emotion, right? And you need to find that in your life, one of your great things that you have to manage to conquer is figuring out how to incorporate the two into you, right? Make you be able to have the two of those things at the same time coexist in your life. So success in business and success in love is what you're trying to focus on, okay? That's what you need to find a balance in, they're saying. Where am I at on time? Oh, I better do the days of the week. 3 more and then we'll do it. What I got? The World card, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles. This whole deal right here is all about you closing out a cycle, at least closing out the way that the cycle was, okay? So it doesn't mean that you're necessarily never going to talk to those people again or be in that relationship anymore. What it means is that it was not working the way it was going. So that cycle has to be closed so that it can be reopened a new way. It's you letting go of things from your past that no longer serve you, even if that's just thoughts or ways of thinking about things, okay? And 7 of Pentacles is you deciding whether or not you want to reinvest in what you had in the past and make it better, or do you just want to go forward and find something new? And that's an answer only you can make, okay? Monday, I've got the Lovers and the Devil. So there is a love situation here that is definitely surrounded by chaos right now, and that needs to stop. The decisions that need to be made. People that need to stay are going to stay. People that need to go need to be let go. It's just you have to find absolute decision making when it comes to this one love situation, okay? Tuesday, I have the 3 of Swords and the 2 of Cups. It's quite possibly, even if you decide to keep this situation and try to rebuild it, there's still heartbreak here, okay? This is a divine union, but there's still heartbreak involved. Things have happened, and that's what you have to deal with now. So you either have to deal with fixing it or trying to make it better or letting it go, but you have to make those decisions Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, it looks like we've got the 2 of Wands and the Magician. You're manifesting the future that you want, but that's impossible to do unless these decisions are made. You cannot manifest something if you don't know what the goal is, and that's what has to happen here. And Thursday, I have the 4 of Cups and the Fool. I do see you taking a leap of faith towards something on Thursday. You're doing it because you have found whatever was in your past to be very dissatisfying or disappointing, to the point where you're trying something new, it looks like. Does not mean that that's where you're going to stay. It means that's where you're headed for that day, okay? All right, you guys, that's what I've got for this week. I hope that made sense. I'll be back on Wednesday with bonus readings. I'm here every morning with the daily energy check-ins if you want to check those out. No matter what the cards say, make it the best week you possibly can. And that's it. Thanks for everything. Take care.